Hi and welcome to this video. So as you've probably seen from the title, I'm having a few issues with the Fiesta again. Now I know it's been probably a week or so since I did the last video, which was the Ford Fair one I think. But yeah, since then I've had quite a few things going off, in basically family life, so obviously videos have had to take a bit of a back burner a little bit. They probably will continue over the next week or so, so I thought I'd try and do a quick video just to basically kind of explain where I am at the moment. So for those that have probably seen on Instagram, I say no, if not, as I say, I'm having a few issues with the Fiesta. Now the last show I went to in it, or last one before that, it was fine, and then the last show I went to in it, it started to make a noise again, and over a few days of going bobbing about in it, the noise started to get a little bit louder. So obviously jacked it up, did a few tests on it to try and diagnose what it is. The noise was coming from the same side I did, I think I spent about 3 videos doing it, the front passenger side when I was doing the drive shaft seal, and I had all the issues with the hub and all that. If you haven't seen that and want to go see the videos again, then it's down in the video list somewhere, or I'll try and tag it on the video. But yeah, it's the same side, and I jacked it up and I spun the wheel and basically heard this noise. So yeah, pretty much that is the wheel bearing that's gone again, and that was probably 7 or 8 months ago that I did that video, so it's not lasted that long at all. So at this point, or that point, I was a little bit cheesed off. Now I had a few different scenarios in my head as to why the bearing's gone. One of them could have been, is my torque wrench out of line, have I tightened it too much when it was fitted at the garage? Was the grit in there? Was it just a naff bearing? All different things which I tried basically going around in my head. So rather than letting a garage supply and fit the hub because I didn't know what part they'd used, I decided to do it myself. So asking around, managed to find a decent bearing, got that from mate Dave, so thank you Dave. And this one is an SKF, I think it is, bearing, which are meant to be really good. So yeah, paid for that. That came a few days ago, can't think what day it is. So I want to try and find someone who kind of knew what they were doing, not that the other place didn't, but that basically maybe I could be there as well and watch how they did it in case I'd have to do it again. So I managed to find a guy called Stuart from a group called Mudsters. Really good guy, taught me, showed me every little step as he did it, so I can't complain really. And honestly I'm grateful because he basically, when it went through, I didn't take any photos or anything like that, but he showed me the noise that was coming from the bearing, and he couldn't say obviously what caused it. Like I couldn't really diagnose why it went, but we managed to find what the issue was and put the new one in. Now at the moment I'll just show you how the car sits. So if we just go down here, dodge out of the way. So as you can see, all the hub and everything is still off. So that's the box for the new part, and that's the hub in there. Oh, just sat on something. So that's the hub in there with the new bearing in, you can see that. So when I get a chance, that obviously is going to be put back on there. So hopefully all this is still okay, nothing split or anything. So yeah, I say the old bearing is in the box as well, as we left that in there when I brought it home. But yeah, to look at, it looked okay, but from what I remember, there was some scoring in the shell, on the outer shell, which caused the noise. So obviously the new one's in there now, so hopefully this will be problem sorted and get it back together, and yeah, we should be running okay. So yeah, I'll say, we'll never really know whether it was a naff bearing or something I did or the garage did, pressing the bearing in, but it had definitely gone. So I just add as well, if you think your bearing is going as well, one way to test, which I did as well, is when you jack the car up, if you spin the tyre as you saw from the video a few minutes ago. If you put your hand on the shocker spring, if you can feel it vibrate, then it's more than likely the bearing. So I did that side, obviously I could feel it, tried the other side and I couldn't, so that was one way of diagnosing it. Now I didn't want to do a video on basically fitting it because I've done that before, you've all seen that, but as I say, I just wanted to do a video on basically how or where I am at the moment, just keep you up to date really. But yeah, hopefully we can get this car back on the road for hopefully the last show or two before it goes away for the winter. So over the winter I've got a few things planned which I want to do, nothing nothing big really, but it should make the car a little bit nicer. But yeah, so just want to keep it short. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one, hopefully next time with the car on the ground and driving.